Hey, don't you wish this was a movie?
Oh yeah, a movie set in the fantastical Mushroom Kingdom with all the lovable characters, you remember? Who wouldn't?
Oh no. It would be set in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Why Brooklyn?
It's uh it's a long story.
This is already a real thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I made money, didn't I?
Is it any good? Describe it in one word.
Lobstronomus.
Oh. Okay, I guess I'll have to give it a try.
Hello, and welcome to Brightside Reviews, where I point out the good elements in bad movies. I'm Edgo the Optimist, and today I'll be looking at the infamous Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'd like to point out the fact that I didn't watch the full movie for this review. I watched a fan edit which cut out some of the worst parts, which I will link in the description. However, it shouldn't affect this review, since I'm only looking at the good parts anyway. So, on to the first good thing about Super Mario Bros. Number 1, Bob Hoskins. I'm starting with something a bit controversial, but I do think Bob Hoskins was a good choice for Mario. Remember, this was before Charles Martinet graced the Mario franchise with the lovable, cartoonish, and slightly racist voice we know him for today.
Hey, how is it the racist?
Tell me exactly what you say when you're sleeping.
Nighty, spaghetti, ravioli, mamma mia. Okay, I see what you're saying.
In contrast, Bob Hoskins plays a pretty good Mario. He's what you'd expect, a competent plumber who's a fun enough character once the story gets going. Bob Hoskins' Mario voice is pretty good, and probably the best anyone had heard up until then.
Hey, Paisano, what do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing.
Number 2, Toad. Given that this movie is pretty much Mario in real life, I was pretty impressed with what they did with Toad. Instead of having him as the little mushroom guy who flips you off when you finish a castle, they made him a hippie folk singer who protests King Koopa's evil reign. This is actually kinda entertaining, and he makes for a great character. That is, until they turn him into a Goomba and then literally leave him like that for the entire movie. Hey, I never said this movie was perfect.
There are just some things even I can't defend.
Number 3, The Thwomp Shoes. You may have figured out by now that this movie likes to take elements from the games and give them backstories so that they can work as parts of a more believable world. This next idea kills 2 Goombas with 1 Koopa shell in that respect. Because Mario has had extraordinary jumping since the very first game, they decided to justify him leaping tall pipes in a single bound by giving him Thwomp Shoes. If you're watching the movie and you haven't played the games, these are just shoes that propel you through the air. But if you have played the games, you know that thwomps are enemies that try to crush you by falling on you. This is quite the clever reference, and I like it.
It's probably going to turn into a Goomba for the rest of the movie.
Number 4, Yoshi. Yep, like a lot of the past things on this list, they took something from the games and cast it in a different light. So what did they do this time? Yoshi. Okay, cute dinosaur guy. Star of some of the most adorable games of all time.
That's me. Do you all talk? Yeah, you should probably stop buying toys from lizards.
So what's Yoshi like in the movie? Okay, that's a dinosaur. Like, not an anthropomorphic dinosaur. Just a dinosaur. Just a raptor. And that's actually awesome. I mean, imagine if he looked like he did in the games. It'd be weird with this movie. Instead, they managed to make him adorable through very good puppeteering. Also, he does the tongue thing from the games. And finally, number 5, Easter eggs. This movie has some pretty good nods to the games. Nothing as meta as calling the 3 power-ups a Triforce like the anime movie did, but some pretty good nods nonetheless. For instance, there's a de-evolution gun, which is prominent in the film, which is actually a Super Scope, a Super Nintendo gun controller used in games like Yoshi Safari, a Mario first-person shooter. Yes, there was a Mario first-person shooter. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Then there are some things that feel like references even though they might not be, like a slide scene. Okay, this isn't actually that great a scene, but I spent the whole thing singing the slide theme from Mario 64 in my head, and that made 100 times better. Yeah, Mario 64 wasn't released at that point, but come on. It's just fun. Watch it. There's also a car chase, which could be a reference to Mario Kart, which was released in North America 8 months before this film's release. I don't know if they would have had the script done before that or not, but I'd guess this film didn't take that long to make. So there you have it, Super Mario Bros. The movie. Sure, it's not a great film, but you can enjoy it as a silly parallel universe showcasing what the Mario world would be like in the real world. And hey, look on the bright side. If you want something a bit more like the games, there's always the anime film I mentioned earlier. Thank you for watching, and post any movies you'd like me to cover in the comments below, and I may make a video about them later. Now go have a great day. Hello Optimists, and thank you for watching. Since this is the first video I've done with this series, I haven't quite decided what I want it to be like yet, so I'll need your help settling on a consistent format. If you want me to make videos listing a film's qualities, like this video did, click the annotation on the left. If you want me to make videos that list everything right with a film in a quick-fire manner similar to CinemaSins, click the annotation in the middle. Or if you want me to do a commentary-style video where I react to movies as they happen, a bit like Nostalgia Critic videos do, click the annotation on the right. Or if you can't decide and you want me to do all three on this channel as separate series, click the annotation on the bottom. Feel free to comment about what I should do with this channel as well.